What's up, guys? Sports Snippets. Dennis Sullivan here, late Monday night, to spend some time with you, which I'm glad to do, talking a little bit about fantasy baseball. By the way, I am going to start a channel I talk just fantasy sports. Thinking of getting that going, by the way, a little bit later in July. So I will announce that on this channel. Go ahead, subscribe now if you'd like, and then I'll let you know when I switch over to the new channel for fantasy, because right now it's a little bit of I'm talking NBA playoffs, and then we start talking about fantasy and baseball and all this stuff. So I want to kind of compartmentalize that, if you will. And if you like the content this particular video, hit the thumbs up. That would be pretty cool. If you see that I'm a little bit red here, don't adjust your your screen or your phone or whatever. I was out at the pool earlier in July in Florida. You do the math. You're out for a little bit of time. You're going to get a little sun out there. So let's get into it. I want to talk really about position players, offensive players today or this evening. And I selected 5 at the top of my list that are, in my opinion, falling a little bit under the radar. One might be falling under the radar. It's kind of hard to tell, but we'll get to him in a second. That'll be the second player I'm talking about here. He's a good player. But let me get right into it, guys, before I start going in different directions here. First up, so these are the top 5 sleepers I have going into this week, the week of the 5th of July, 2021. Kicking off my list, I have Kiki Hernandez, who is now the leadoff hitter, as you all may know, and certainly plays every game for the Boston Red Sox. He's been in the leadoff spot since June 27th. So I'm looking at this, it's like 10 games in a row now. He's hit leadoff, guys, and he's penciled in to hit leadoff tonight against the Angels on the road. This will be actually his 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, ninth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ninth game in a row hitting leadoff for the Red Sox. Now he's hit in 7 out of 8 games in that spot. Comes in with a 3-game hitting streak, and he is 5 of his last 12 with a home run that he hit, and he has 3 RBIs. This is in his last 3 games. He hit a home run back against the A's on Saturday. The only concern I have with Kiki Hernandez is when you look at the body of work. I mean, last year in 139 at-bats, so not a lot of at-bats, he had 230. This year, 257 at-bats, he's hitting 241. So you look at that and you're like, all right, 230, 241, all right. But since being moved into the leadoff spot for the Red Sox, this is like apparently a whole different player. He's really taken advantage of this opportunity. Something to keep in mind, guys. Just keep your eyes on him. Of course, played for the Dodgers. We all remember that. He's rostered in one league I'm in roughly 32%. That's not a lot. It's not a lot. Next up. Now here's a guy I was like, he's falling under the radar. Maybe he's not falling under the radar. Jace Peterson, excuse me. For the Milwaukee Brewers, he is currently hitting mainly 6th in that lineup. For the season, he's at 267, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. He has stolen 4 bases. He's only rostered about 33% of one of the leagues I'm in. He plays for the Brewers. It's a good offensive team. Give him a look. I mean, I wouldn't say he's been producing. Now, here's the thing, guys. He's playing much better as of late. He pinch hit last night, and that ended his hitting streak, by the way. He had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-game hitting streak. And then they didn't start him. All right. Apparently. Looks like he's 0 for 1 on July 4th. Yeah, that had to be that was a pinch hit. Or a pinch hit plate appearance, shall we say. So he is hitting on the season again. 267 definitely seems to be trending in the right direction. Once again, that is Peterson. Plays a lot of different positions for the Brewers. So, very awesome, guys. Very awesome. Jock Peterson, though, I believe he is on the Cubs, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm pronouncing his name correctly, this is Jace Peterson. Now, next up, okay, guys, this player only rostered in like 10%, if I'm seeing this correctly, of one of the leagues I'm in. He's hitting right in the heart of the lineup for the Washington Nationals. Only a couple of years replaced from a World Series championship. None other than former Miami Marlin Starlin Castro. Starlin Castro appears to be, at least in head-to-head leagues, flying way under the radar. He's got a 7-game hitting streak? 7-game hitting streak. He's penciled in San Diego in the 5th spot of that lineup. He hit 3rd yesterday on July 4th, went 2 for 4 and a walk. He is definitely hot. This guy is hot, guys. 3, 4, 5, 7-game hitting streak coming into tonight. On the season, he's at 264. So obviously, I mean, the guy's been hot in July, no doubt. In the end of June, that's where he fell under the radar because he didn't get off to a good start at all. He's at 264, only 3 homers, but he's driven in 34 runs. Not bad. Really not bad, guys. So keep him in mind. I mean, at least for now, the guy is certainly trending in the right direction. Starlin Castro. Next up, guys. Now, this is more... Now, I know some of you play the daily leagues, or the daily contests, I should say. I mainly am into head-to-head leagues, as you may know, but I also try some daily contests too. Here's a guy, he's listed in many leagues. You can get him as an infielder or outfielder, plays shortstop. He's listed as a shortstop and also a center fielder. I mean, sometimes those are difficult positions in a head-to-head league to fill. Ahmed Rosario for the Cleveland Indians. Now, he has been penciled in as the number 2 hitter in that lineup since at least June 25th. He's hitting 4 of his last 5 games. He's hitting 4 of his last 5 games. He's only rostered in like 33% of one of the leagues I'm in. He has 7 net stolen bases. Not bad, guys. 264 for the season. 5 homers, 23 RBIs. So. I mean, he'll probably hit you over 10 homers for the year. Probably. He's on pace for that, right? Probably gets you around on the year. You're looking at 50 to 60 RBIs. Who knows? Could go higher. That's Ahmed Rosario. And last but certainly not least, a guy that the New York Mets obviously have confidence in. And I say that because in the last 3 games, he has batted or has hit in the 3rd spot in their lineup, Dominic Smith. Now, he is rostered in about 60%, which is fairly high, about 60% of one of the leagues I'm in. He did collect 2 hits in a doubleheader yesterday, including a homer. He was 3 for 5 in an 8-3 victory over the Yankees on the 3rd. So he's coming in with some steam into this week. They are playing Milwaukee today, tomorrow, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Dominic Smith, he is an infield. There's another first base, left fielder guy. Can play a couple of positions. I like that. On the season, let's take a look at him on the season. He's hitting 257. He gets you some home runs, though. He gets you some power. 9 homers, not bad. 35 RBIs. One thing I like about Dominic Smith is he hit 316 last year, so I kind of like that. And the reason why I'm thinking he's got a lot of hits left in him for this year, because he's only at 257 in comparison to 316 last year. His power though is up because he's at 9 homers and 257 at bats. He had 10 homers last year. Take that back. He had more power last year. 10 homers in a per at bat type of situation. He had 10 homers, 177 at bats. Now he has 9 homers and 257 at bats. So power numbers are a little bit down. But guys, Dominic Smith, he is hitting third 3 games in a row for the Mets. That game on the 2nd was postponed. Then they had him hitting 5th. Then he did not start on the June 30th, but then the 2 games before that, he hit 5th and 3rd. So he's certainly hitting in the middle of the lineup, Dominic Smith, for the New York Mets. So there you go, guys. That's the 5 for now. We're going with some sleepers. Kiki Hernandez, Jace Peterson, Starlin Castro, Ahmed Rosario, Dominic Smith. Let me know what you think. I'll keep you posted on the channel I'm going to have. That's just fantasy sports. Going to kind of separate that conversation in another area, another channel. Meantime, leave me a comment. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.